Hello students, in this video, based on the covalent bond structure that we have studied in the previous video, the link to which will be in the description box, we will look at the electronic dot structures, and through the electronic dot structure we will look at the covalent bonds that are formed between methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, ethane, ethene and ethyne. So we'll be focusing mostly on hydrocarbons, that are compounds formed between by combining atoms of hydrogen and of carbon. Okay, so let's start with methane first. So first compound we have is methane, which is CH4. So in this case we need to take down what is the in case of the carbon atom, the atomic number of carbon is 6. Okay, and the valency or valence electrons, sorry, not valency, valence electrons are 4, because this would be 2, 4, the electronic configuration. In case of hydrogen, the atomic number in this case is 1, and valence electrons are also 1 in this case. Okay, now we need to look at the electronic dot configuration of methane. So electronic dot configuration of methane will look something like this. Okay, so this is our carbon atom, and in the outermost shell the number of valence electrons we have said is 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the distribution of electrons in the outermost shell. Next we have hydrogen atoms, and how many hydrogen atoms do we have? We have 4. See, it's a H4, that means there are 4 atoms of hydrogen, and we'll mark them separately. You see, we have small atoms of hydrogen, and we'll mark them this way. Okay, so now there are 4 hydrogen atoms, and all require 4 electrons to gain stable configuration. You have carbon atom, which has got 4 electrons in the outermost shell. It cannot lose these 4 electrons because it will become unstable. They are tightly held by the nucleus of the carbon atom. It cannot gain 4 atoms also, because the 4 electrons that are gained will not be held tightly by the nucleus. Means the power is not so much to actually hold on to 4 more electrons. The only option left with carbon is to share the 4 electrons it has got. Okay, which means that is primed for covalent bond. Carbon needs 4 electrons, and these 4 hydrogens atoms also need 4 electrons for their respective atoms. So the sharing happens between these 4 sharing happens with 4 hydrogen atoms combining with the 4 electrons of carbon. And how does that happen? It happens something like this. So if we put it down over here and mark this as your carbon, then you have hydrogen atoms like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and we mark this as hydrogen. Okay, here, here and here, and the region where they are shared, so we'll put 1 over here. This electron coming from this hydrogen atom, this electron coming from this hydrogen atom, this electron coming from this hydrogen atom, and this electron coming from this hydrogen atom. And now we mark the electrons coming from carbon, which will be marked in blue. So there are 4 of them, and these 4 electrons get shared with the electrons from the 4 hydrogen atoms. And this is how the covalent bond is formed between the electrons from hydrogen and the electrons of carbon, and structurally it looks something like this. Okay. So there are how many bonds formed? There are 4 bonds formed. Okay, there are 4 bonds formed. So there are always 4 bonds possible with carbon because it has got 4 valence electrons. Got it? So it will always form a bond with, it has an ability to form 4 bonds because of the number of electrons that it has got in the outermost shell. So this is how methane is formed. This is known as methane. Okay, CH4. We'll learn about the nomenclature of how does it get its name methane in another video, but for now we are only focusing on the electron dot structures. Our next compound is carbon dioxide, CO2. So if we list down atomic number of carbon, okay, carbon is 6, which means it is 2 comma 4 electrons in the valency shell. So valence electrons equal to 4. In case of oxygen, the atomic number is 8, which means, and that would be 2 comma 6, that means 6 valence electrons. So valence electrons equal to 6, right? So now CO2, that means there are 2 atoms of oxygen and 1 atom of carbon. First we'll draw the carbon atom this way. Okay. This is our carbon atom having 4 electrons in the outermost shell, and we have 2 atoms of oxygen. So I'll draw this way. I'll draw it a little bigger. Right. And over here one more. Okay, so this is oxygen, and oxygen has got 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now carbon needs 4 electrons to gain stability, and oxygen needs 2 electrons only to gain stability. But there are 2 atoms over here, which means 2 atoms, that means total electrons that are available for sharing would be 4. 2 from this oxygen and 2 from this oxygen. They both need 2 to complete their octet. So 2 from here, 2 from here, that means 4, and here there are 4, and these get shared. I'll show you how the sharing takes place. So we draw the carbon atom once again, mark the carbon over here. Okay, and then we'll draw the overlapping sequences. Here you go, they are overlapping. So these are 2 carbon atoms, sorry, 2 oxygen atoms. Mark this over here, oxygen and oxygen overlapping with each other. Now 2 electrons of this carbon get shared over here, and 2 electrons of the other 2 electrons of carbon get shared with this oxygen atom. Now this oxygen atom has 2 electrons that it can share with carbon, so it gets shared over here, and 2 electrons from this oxygen atom. And what remains behind with this oxygen atom are the other 4 electrons. So you have 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Got it? And so we have over here one bond and another bond. Similarly over here there is one bond and another bond. Okay, so carbon forms a double bond with oxygen, and since there are 2 oxygen atoms, there are 2 double bonds being formed. So it structural formula, when we draw, it looks like this. So we have carbon Okay, now it looks correct. So one electron from oxygen bonds with one electron from carbon, and one electron from oxygen combines with one electron from carbon. And since there are two pairs of this, it forms a double bond. Even this should not look like this. It should actually look something like along these lines. So you have a bond forming from both ends. Here it would be like this, and like this. So I'm just trying to actually, it just looks like this. And here I've changed the colors over here to show you from where the electrons are coming. Means who is the donor of those electrons, or who is sharing the electrons. The red symbolizes the electrons coming from oxygen, and blue line symbolizes the electron coming from carbon. Okay, so carbon forms double bonds with oxygen, and hence we get CO2. Okay, so this is how a carbon dioxide electronic dot structure looks like. Okay, next we go to hydrogen sulfide. Next we have hydrogen sulfide, that is H2S. So we write down the atomic number of hydrogen first. So hydrogen atomic number is 1, and valence electron would also be equal to 1. In case of sulfur, okay, the atomic number is 16. We can write this as 2, 8, 6. That means the valence electrons, in case of sulfur, there are 6 of them. Okay, so if we have to show how it looks like, then we'll draw the sulfur atom first. Sulfur, and there are 6 valence electrons, so we showcase them as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Okay, and for the hydrogen atoms, there are 2 hydrogen atoms. We'll put them over here, and one over here. Okay. Now these 2 hydrogen atoms, they need one electron each to gain stability, and sulfur, as you see, needs 2 more electrons to complete the octet to gain the noble gas configuration. So that 1 electron, so 2 electrons it can gain from the 2 hydrogen atoms. Let's see how does that happen. So first we put down the sulfur atom, okay, and the 2 hydrogen atoms which bond with sulfur. I put hydrogen over here and hydrogen over here, and then we'll show the bond that is happening between hydrogen and sulfur. So there's 2 electrons coming from, mark this quickly, coming from this hydrogen atom, and there's 1 electron coming from sulfur in this case, and they form a single bond between each other. So when these 2 electrons from sulfur get shared with these 2 hydrogen atoms, the number of you can say electrons left looks something like this. So 2 electrons are left over here. Totally of 4 electrons are left which do not participate in the bonding, and structural formula of hydrogen sulfide looks like this. Okay, so that's H2S. Okay, so this is the electronic dot structure of hydrogen sulfide. So we've got 3 more structures that we need to go through, that is of ethane, ethene and ethyne. So these are hydrocarbons, okay, that we need to go through. We have gone through 1 hydrocarbon in this video already, that is methane. So that's all for this video. So if you like this video, please click on the like button, share it with your friends and classmates, subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to click on the bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.